everybody, I'm Katie Pavlich from townhall.com, and today we are at Murphy's, a grand Irish pub, and I am with the former White House Press Secretary, Sean Spicer. Thank you so much for taking the time. We are here to talk about his new book, The Briefing, Politics, the Press, and the President. It comes out soon. We're excited for your launch. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for coming to Murphy's. Not only a great Irish bar, but a great Patriots bar.
Most importantly, a great Patriots bar. We are both Irish, so we thought this would be the perfect venue to talk about Sean's new book. Who is Sean Spicer? You have become, you are a political icon, you are a communications extraordinaire expert, you've worked at the RNC for years as their communications director, you infuriate a lot of people, and you fascinate even more. So let's start off with who exactly you are.
Well, I grew up in Rhode Island. I'm a family guy. I'm a strong social and fiscal conservative. I believe I work hard, I care about friends and family, and I'm passionate about the causes that I believe in.
Well, in your book, you say that your priorities have always been in this order: God, family, country, Navy, Republican Party, and the candidate that you represent. Right. And in your book, you talk a lot about how you got your work ethic from your dad. Right. And your family. Yeah. So talk about your dad a little bit.
He was the ultimate family man. He worked hard, doing whatever he could to provide for us, giving us opportunities, never letting us know how hard he was at times struggling to make it happen. But he was at every dinner, every practice, always had time not just for his family but for his friends. And I think that's sort of part and parcel of his work ethic, was that he always had time for people, to lend a hand, to give them advice. And he sort of showed me that if you do the right things, things go well. And don't worry about the short-term outcome. Worry about building good, sustainable relationships, and always give your best.
Your faith is very important to you. As we've talked about, you grew up in a Roman Catholic family. During President Trump's, I believe, first foreign trip, he made a stop at the Vatican. Yeah. We all thought that you would be meeting the Pope. You weren't on the list. Right. I don't want to give away too much because I think this is my favorite story in the book about how this came to be. So you asked a friend of or a colleague of yours to give the Pope some rosary beads that you had actually purchased in Jerusalem. Correct. For a blessing. And then later on, eventually, you were able to meet the Pope on at a different trip.
Right. As there's actually pictures in the book of both instances. And it was fascinating because I think if you, at least for me, I believe that God always has a plan, and that if you are patient, that you will see that plan come through in ways that you may never have envisioned. And in this case, it was true. I asked Dan Scavino. There was a very small group that was going into the Vatican to meet the Pope. I'd bought some rosary beads for my mother and some other folks, and said, "Could you bring them into the room and have him bless?" Because generally speaking, not that I'm not familiar with but I had heard that hey, the Pope will bless everything in the room. Oh, that's great. Pope saw the rosary beads, put his hand on it, and there's actually a really cool picture in the book of the Pope doing it. And I looked at that moment and I said, this is what this is about. It wasn't about me. It was about being able to have that experience and share it with others by giving them something that the Pope had blessed, right? And it was a reminder about what's important. It's not supposed to always be about you. It's not supposed to be about you enjoying everything. It's about what can you be doing to share an experience with others, make their lives better.
Well, on that note, I think we will take our Irish beverages and cheer. Thank you, Sean Spicer, for taking the time, and good luck with the book. Again, it is The Briefing by Sean Spicer, out on what day?
July 24th.
And where can people buy it?
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Amazon, Barnes & Noble, local bookstores. It's obviously available for pre-order wherever books are sold.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you.
Irish luck.